What is happening, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. We just received a package today. We're gonna do an unboxing and testing. It is a plasma cutter, and we're gonna go ahead and open this box so you guys see what it is. So without further ado, here we go. As you can see, we got this little baby. This is a Bestarc plasma cutter. I'm gonna do a review on it. We're gonna see what it cuts, how easy it is to set up, and everything that has to do with plasma cutting. I mean, if you do know what plasma cutting is, you know you need a compressor, which we have one back there, in order to be able to use this bad boy. But this is the Bestarc BTC500DP 3rd gen. We're about to open this bad boy up right now. And if you're wondering, it is not heavy at all. Probably like 10, 11 pounds, I'm guessing. It is not really that heavy for what it is. So as you see, very well sealed. There's tape everywhere, which I like. The inside is perfect, has a lot of foam to keep your tool in place, doesn't move around, and if it does hit something, then obviously it's got the foam to take care of it. More foam. This, I think, is the torch and all the parts included. And this is the machine. Wait till you guys see this monster. It's a little baby. It is a little baby of a machine. But this is a powerful little plasma cutter for it being so small. There you go. And there you go. That's what you get with it. A lot of foam and a lot of moving. All right, so you guys know it is 220, but it brings a 110 adapter. So like myself, I don't have 220 here in my garage, so I will be using the adapter. You got your air hose to connect to the air compressor. You got your ground, pretty decent ground. You got your fittings and consumables, and you got the torch itself and instructions just in case. We'll move the instructions out the way, and as you can see, the back already brings a fitting piece so you can connect your air to it. It's got the on and off button in the back. In the front, you got your air gauge and all the rest of your electrical, and here's where you connect everything else. So we're gonna go ahead and start connecting some of these things to it right now, and we'll see how it goes. Okie dokie. So let me get on that side. I'll be on this side so we can connect everything that goes here in the front. Alright, you got your ground. And boom, ground. It's got a little like notch here in the front. I don't know if you can see. That little piece, you have to line it up here in order to get that bad boy in there. Line it up, twist it, bam, ground's connected. Okay, now we're going to do a torque. I guess you got a little tool included with it. So here, we're going to put the torch on this side, and we're going to connect. Got a plug, keeping it nice and clean. So this one goes here. Bam. The other piece goes down there. There's only, you can't connect it wrong. There's only certain places that it goes in. So connected, and we have a little cable, which should go here because there's no other place to connect it to. Yep. And there it is. All right, so on the torch, you already do have consumables in there. I like that it has this brace here, because once you put it on the metal, you're not actually touching the tip to the metal and getting it dirty. And you have an extra bag of goodies. You got a few tips and stuff in there for whenever you mess that one up. And there's a little tool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and connect the adapter for 110. See, I don't have 220 like I said, but here's the adapter. Connect that bad boy on there, and we're gonna connect it to juice. I don't have an air compressor, or I don't have it connected to the air compressor yet, which I should do. Connected to air. All right. Okay, y'all, so here we have the air connected. It's got a little chuck in there for you to connect the air. It's got like an air separator, which pretty cool. Let me see if I can zoom in. So it keeps water out. Like you see, it's 110, 220. We are using it at 110. And here is the on button. And it is super quiet. Well, there we go. It is connected. Oh, we need light. All right, so it is connected. We have about 35 PSI. You can move it up or down. We're gonna keep it there because if you see here, it says 110, 20 to 40 PSI. So we'll keep it there. It's ready to cut. Check the air. We got air, 2T, 4T, and PT. I guess that has to do with the cutting. And here you can see how much amperage you're actually using, which I think at 110, I can only go up to like 35. Yep, there it is, 35. That's all I can go up to, but we're gonna go safe. We're gonna do like 27. Well, we'll keep it close to, we'll do 28. And there you go. So I guess the next thing to do is the testing. So let me set up, let me go grab some metal and stuff, and we'll come right back and start testing. So it is actually the next day. We had a few things going on yesterday, but we put the Bestarc on the little cart, and it's perfect. You got everything stored in there for the machine. We currently have the compressor set. We are running it at 110 because, like I said before, we don't have 220 here. And one thing, when you guys are running this at 110, you're not running it at full capability. So try not to max everything out. You try to cut real thick, like this 1/4 inch. We're not going to cut it today because maybe we can, but I don't want to push the machine's electronics to the max, because then that actually cuts the life on the machine. But we have 1/8 inch stainless steel. We have, 1/16 inch stainless steel, 1/8 inch metal, and we have 1/8 inch aluminum that we're about to cut. We do have the machine set about 20 amps. I don't know if you guys can see that from here. I'll grab the camera and show you. We have the machine set at 20 amps, 30 psi air, because at 110 you can only go from 20 psi to 40 psi. So that's what we're going to run it at, and we're running it at 2T, which has to do with the actual torch. I'll show you guys in a minute. Let me show you guys how the machine is set up for these cuts. Okay, so right now, so y'all can see, we have focus, girl, there you go, about 30 psi. We're running 20 amps. Everything, like I showed you guys, is connected yesterday. We got the ground clamp on the piece itself that we're going to be cutting, which is stainless steel. We have 1/8 inch regular cold rolled steel, and 1/8 inch aluminum that we're going to be cutting here. And I'm going to show you the air compressor is already hooked on, because if you don't have an air compressor, you won't be able to actually run this little machine. So here we go. I think it looks pretty dope on that little car, because you got all the accessories and everything on there. That worked out perfect. Alright, so here we go. Let me put some gloves on, because this does spark a lot. I should probably have face mask or something, but then you guys won't hear what I'm saying. But here we go. So everything is set already. For the torch, you got to lift this little bracket up, and there's a setting there where you can hit this and leave it, and it'll keep going until you hit the button again. So I think it's pretty good. But we're not going to cut a lot, because I'm pretty sure if I do long cuts, my breaker will trip, because I'm running it at 110 and it uses a lot of power. So here we go. Another thing, I like this piece on here because it doesn't allow you to get the tip all the way down to the metal, and it keeps it cleaner a whole lot longer. Alright, so here we go. 1/16 inch stainless steel, which is what I normally be doing TIG welding in the garage. So this is what I'm going to be using it mainly for, so let's go. Stainless steel. It's got a little bit of slag on the side, but that comes off. But it is a clean cut. You see the band? I mean, it does get hot, but it doesn't expand to the whole project. And I mean, even though I am touching it with gloves, it is not super hot. I'm pretty sure if I didn't have gloves on, it'll burn. But I mean, it's a decent cut. 1/16. Let's move on to 1/8. Okay, now we're about to do the 1/8. I believe it's cold rolled. I'm not 100% sure, but let's do this cut. Okay, so here we go. If you guys see, I wanted to show you this. You hit the trigger and you got air coming out, which you can use it to clean your area, whatever it is you got to do before you actually hit it. But I think that was pretty cool. So let's see, 1/8 inch. Okay, so you guys see, we cut, this is probably like maybe 3 inches, and like I was saying, since I don't have 220 in the shop and I do have lights and everything else connected in the garage, the breaker tripped. But let's go hit it again. We have one more cut, aluminum, and I'll show you guys right now how this thing cuts. Let me hit the breaker and I'll show you guys the actual cut on this steel. It cut very nice. All right, so as you can see, it cut straight through. Very nice, decent cut. And I mean, I'm cutting freehand. I'm not using anything to keep it straight, but that's 1/8 inch and cut straight through, which is the majority of stuff that I do here. You know, I don't use very thick metal. I do have thick metal here, like this. This is like, I don't know, 3/8 inch, but I don't really build things this heavy duty. So I mean, that'd be perfect for person that does DIY stuff. I mean, like, let's say you gotta cut the exhaust on your vehicle or whatever, this is perfect for it. All right, so let's set up and we'll do the aluminum. Cut straight through. It's an awesome little machine. All right, so we're about to cut 1/8 inch aluminum. I know this one's gonna go through like super easy. Right, here we go. Like I said, piece of cake. Piece of cake. So the breaker didn't trip because I moved a little bit quicker. I mean, I knew it was cutting faster. But I mean, I'm pretty sure if I cut it this long way, it'll trip. But I mean, for the size of the machine, for the materials and stuff that we use, and anybody in a garage will actually probably be using the same, you know, thickness of materials. Because I mean, I gotta say, I've never used super thick steel or whatever to do projects, because we're in the house, you know. This little machine here, 100% recommend, because vehicle wise, you know, if you got to cut a sheet on let's say the bumper, or not the bumper, the hood, you know, you can cut pieces off of that thing super easy and it'll work perfect. Perfect little machine for this type of settings. Now I wanted to show you guys, because we're cutting a McLaren 7. All right, y'all, so we are cutting a McLaren 720 Spider. So let me show you guys this beast. Let's see how it cuts through this little car. Let's get it. I want to burn myself, so we're going to be cutting this bad boy with this. Alright y'all, here we go. No more McLaren. Woo! Guys, it cut a little bit, and we had like a big flame piece coming out because the plastic in the bottom was about to catch fire. But at least we cut the door on this McLaren. Alrighty y'all, so my take on this machine, I like it. This is probably the second plasma cutter I've had. The first one that I had was probably like 10 years ago, and I used the heck out of it and gave it away because it never broke. So what I would say is, even though you have the adapter for 110, just know the longer you use it on 110, the less life the machine will have. And for the size of this little machine, it does have some great power. I mean, you can pretty much fabricate and build whatever you want, especially, you know, using it at 220. So we put it on this little cart that we had laying around from one of our welding machines, and it worked out perfect for the little plasma cutter. So this company, Bestarc, what I can tell you is I did contact them through email. Well, they contacted me, and the customer service is outstanding. They maintained me informed on where it was at, how long it was going to take, everything to get here to my house. So greatly appreciate it, but highly recommend this little machine. So if you got a little setup like me, you know, we don't do a lot of welding and cutting, this is perfect. Doesn't occupy too much space on in your garage. Alrighty y'all, thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe, and follow for more. There would be more videos coming out. We are doing a little project, and that's why we have this piece. So it's going to be a lot easier to cut. And I will be having on this side of the garage a 220 outlet here pretty soon, which is what I'm waiting for, so I can actually use this at full capacity. Alrighty, so hit that like and subscribe, and have a blessed day.